lads, welcome back to the farm. So it's the 9th of spring, the last day of spring here, and we are going to mow 2 fields today if the ground dries up a bit better. There's going to be no rain at all today or tomorrow morning, and we expect that the ground will dry pretty easily because there was not much rain last night. There was a bit at the start, but not too much. But yeah, about going to Ireland, we won't be going to Ireland for a little while. It'll be in the middle of summer we're going to be going to Ireland, but until then we will just crack on with our usual jobs about here. So we have to wait for the rain to or for the ground to obviously dry up before we can start the mowing. So we're just going to have a little look around and see what there is to do beforehand, and yeah, we'll get back to you after. Right there, I'll have to come back a bit more. There we go. It's a light enough mower, it's not that heavy. Just hitching up to the mower here, so we're ready to go, and Billy's hitched up to the windrower for when we start the mowing. Where's Billy now? He's over there. We're going to start this field over here first, so we'll just leave the Massey sitting here for now. And we'll wait for the ground to dry. There's not too much to do. We'll go and have our breakfast, and yeah, we'll be back probably in an hour, and we'll see if we can start the mowing. Right, so we're after having our breakfast, and we have a dodgy light bulb here. So before we go and you know, sort out the mowing and do all that, the ground's still wet. We're just going to go up and we're going to try and fix this light bulb. These light bulbs up here, there's multiple bulbs in this. I'll go up and show you now. Oh, right, there's a couple of little things here. We have to replace this bar here, so we'll get cracking with that. We have all the stuff here. Billy has all the tools, so yeah, we will get to work at this and we'll do the mowing afterwards. Could you hand me up the screwdriver there, Billy?
Alright, there it is.
Right, nearly done here. Right, I think that's it. Let me just get back down here. Now, where's the light switch? I forgot where the light switch is. I think it's out here. Is that it? Is that light over there? That one's working. Yep, looks like it's working. Job done. Right, so it's 1 o'clock, and the ground still isn't dry enough to mow, so we're just going to be doing some paperwork inside until the ground is dry enough. We rang Robert there yesterday evening, and he said he'd do the wrapping the bales, but I'm not sure if we're going to get it all done this evening. But I think maybe Robert can come over in the morning and wrap them. That might be a good idea. So lads, the ground is dried up and we can start the mowing. We're only going to mow 1 field, and we're going to use all the bales. We're going to bring them back into the shed, all the silage bales, and Robert's going to come in the morning to wrap them, so we'll probably be bringing them in fairly early tomorrow. And there's only 1 bale there, and it's nearly used up, so there isn't much there, so we need to get this done today because we don't want to be buying bales, especially with the amount of money we have. So yeah, I'm going to go and start the mowing, and yeah, I'll talk to you when I'm in the field. So we're just in the field. Billy's going to watch us for a bit because we have to go a few times around before he can start tending the field, rowing the field. So yeah, we're going to just start here and do a few laps of the field, and then go across sideways, I think is the best way to go. So yeah, we're going to have to get it all rowed and baled this evening, so we're going to be fairly busy. It's not going to be particularly quick with this mower either, so there's Billy just standing there watching us. Oh, better lift it, because could be just a bit slippy about. But they'll not be getting stuck here. it's just slipping a bit, I think, but it's not getting stuck. It's just going up the hill, it's starting to slip a bit. We need to cut this tree though. It's like right in the middle of the field and it's taking away a bit of the crop there. We need to cut this down and say face the hedge a bit. Not now, but like later on in the year. So yeah, it's not going too bad. We'll get to you when Biddy starts the tedding. So I just put the mower on the forward there because the Massey's struggling with it. The mower, when you lower it, it gets caught in the bumps in the field. Like when it's on a straight patch, it's not too bad. But when it gets caught in a bump, the Massey isn't strong enough to pull through. So we're going to put the Ford on it, and the Massey is going to be on the tether. I take the Ford, and Biddy's going to take the Massey on the tether, and hopefully it all works a bit better. Right, so we've just took the tether off the Massey. It's not fit for it. It's just this field is very rough anyway, so I understand that it's not fit for it. We rang Robert. We were going to pay him about 250 there yesterday. Or we were going to pay him 250 for doing the wrapping tomorrow morning, but we're going to need one of his tractors, so we're going to actually pay him 1,000 tomorrow, and that includes the tractor and the wrapping. So yeah, he's going to be bringing over his tractor hopefully in the next 10-15 minutes. Billy's going to bring the Massey back to the yard, and I'll just keep going with the mowing for now. Right, so Billy's in the fent, in Robert's fent. He brought it over just there. It is 5:45, so we have to get cracking now, because we want to get this all baled this evening. He'll probably have to go back and tidy a lot of this up because Massey was jumping about and making it hard for him. But hopefully this is going to be better now. It should be. It's a very nice looking tractor. So I'm going to get back into the Ford, and yeah, we will get back to the mowing. There's not an awful lot to do. I've done the headlands and I've done that section up there, and I just need to do well, the rest of the field. Right lads, so we're done this spot and we're done that little spot over here, so it's just this bottom section. I'm going to do one more headland just so we can get a second headland with the fent here. He's going to come in after me, I'd say. But yeah, I'll just crack on here. So we're going across the field here. There's not an awful lot to do. We're thinking about possibly doing the baling with the fent, because we have it for the evening, and you know, we may as well. And since Billy's in the fent at the moment, I could show it off a little bit while we're doing the baling. And we're going to probably clear the top of the field to bring the bales up to leave it handy for Robert in the morning when he comes over with the wrapper, so he doesn't have to drive across the field to wrap the bales. Just go and do them one by one. So we're probably just do one of the top sections first and then leave a bit of space for the bales. But yeah, there isn't an awful lot left to do. It's 7:10, so it's not really late, but I expect we'll be doing this about 8 o'clock or thereabouts. So yeah, sit back and relax and use the mower and have a bit of crack, you know. It's a nice evening actually. It's a bit cloudy over there. It's a nice clear evening though, apart from that. A bit of a mist over there, but you know, it's not too bad. There's only this bit to do here, these bits, and yeah, Billy's still cracking on with the windrowing over there. He's done the 2 top sections first, because that's what I do with the mowing too. It's just a lot easier when you can just do it straight, do the straight parts. because those are little tiny little areas, you know, and it's hard to get in and out of them. So it's the most awkward spot to bail too, that spot and the other spot across the other way. I suppose that spot's a bit smaller actually, so it's not as awkward. Well, the other spot's not as awkward as that spot right there. But yeah. Nice big swaths. Got a small enough mower though, or small enough baler, so I'd say it will be a bit awkward with our baler to get these swaths gathered up, but it shouldn't be that bad since we have the Fent anyway. Good power on it to pull through the grass that might get caught in it or something. But yeah, it's not looking too bad now. We'll crack on here, and we'll probably come back when we're closer to the end of the mowing here. Right, so we're done the top section there, we're on to the last bit here. We're just talking about a new mower. We don't think that this mower is the best, so next year we're going to be hopefully looking into getting a new mower, because yeah, I don't think this mower is the best job ever, because it's 20 past 8 now and we're still not done the mowing and there's still a good bit to go. So we're going to be here all night nearly. It might be 11 o'clock before we finish. So yeah, Billy's just going to let me drive through there before he comes down. And yeah, we'll finish off the field, and I don't think I'll talk to you till we're done. So yeah, we'll just crack on. Right lads, so I'm just done the mowing there and Billy's still doing the tedding. So I'm going to put away the mower and wait for Billy to finish the tedding, or the windrowing. And then we will crack on with the baling. As you can see, it's nearly 10 o'clock. So it's going to be a very late finish tonight, let me tell you. Right, so Billy's just done the tedding there. He's going to hop into the Ford and put the bale spike on, and I'm going to take the windrower off and put it into the shed and put the baler on the back of the Fent, and we're going to get cracked with the baling. It's 10 o'clock now, so we're going to be busy. Hopefully we can get it done before mid. Just putting away the windrower here. Oh. I haven't driven this Fent before, so I have to kind of get used to it. Oh, kind of seems bigger than than the other tractors, so yeah, I'll just pack this up and I'll put. I just need to go around here. Yeah, so it's very dark now, it's nearly 10:30, so I'm just going to turn around and we're going to get started with the baling. Yeah, right, let me just unfold the baler, get her rolling. It's actually kind of quiet in this, it's not that loud. Right, so let's go, let's get cracking with the baling. I'll bring you on the first bit, we'll get the first bale and we'll show you. Oh, this might be a bit of a tight turn. Did I miss a bit there? Oh god, I'm probably missing a good bit because it's a big swath. Right, I'll keep going the way we are here and I'll get that afterwards. I'm gonna have to watch though to make sure we're getting the whole swath. Don't want to miss any. But yeah, we nearly have our first bale already. I think putting it up here would be the best idea. think at this rate we'll probably have to bring the Fent home in the morning because, we'll probably have to bring it home in the morning because we don't want to wake Robert up. So yeah, that's the first bale there. I think if we leave it there, you could start lining up the other bales beside it. So I think that's what Billy's going to do. I hope I don't miss too much now because it is dark. It is hard to see a good bit. Oh, I thought I lowered it. Right, I better try and fix myself up here. Right lads, so it's a little while later. We have the bales at the bottom of the field now because this is like a smoother surface and it's easier to take them off the bottom. And it's an hour later actually. It's 11:30 now, 20 to 12. It's getting very late. There's a very good yield at this field, so there is. I didn't expect there to be so many bales already. We haven't even gotten around the second headland yet. I know it's an hour later and we haven't got around the second headland, but we had a few issues and stuff, and as you can see the baler's missing so much, and I really want to sell it now because it's just not doing a good job at all, and missing so much. Like, we're gonna have a bale on the turn here and I don't like that. Right, there, another bale. I think that's number 7 or 8 or something. So yeah, got quite a few bales here, and yeah, it's very late. We're not going to get much sleep tonight, but look, that's a farmer's life. Right lads, so I'm just doing this last bit here. This is all that's left. Billy has all the bales gathered. So yeah, I'll turn off the baler and we'll get out. So we're just going to count the bales now. Let me get my torch. There we go. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 bales. Now that's if Billy didn't miss any bales because it's pitch black. But sure, look, if he did, then it won't be a big deal. We'll see them in the morning anyway. But we're going to go and park up the tractors. We're going to keep the Fent around until morning. And yeah, we're going to have to get up in like 6 hours again. Not even 6 hours, nearly 5 hours by the time we're done here. But yeah, we'll drive up and we will take the baler off and we will leave the Fent somewhere and leave the Ford somewhere. Right lads, so it's 12:30 now. We're going to go to bed for about 6 hours and we're going to get up at like 6 o'clock because Robert said he'd be over about 6:30, 7 o'clock to wrap the bales, and we have to bring the Fent back home for him. So yeah, we'll go and see you. We'll see you in the morning. There's nice little lights on this in here, little lanterns. Looks very nice. We're gonna go to bed now anyway, so we'll see you in the... Good morning lads, it's 22:06, just after getting up, and we see we missed a bale. There's one lonely bale over there, and Billy's just there. It's about to bring the Ford out with the bale lifter just to get that one lonely bale back over to the stack. And yeah, we're going to bring the Fent back over to Robert, and I'm going to go over with the 135. Billy's going to bring the Fent, and we're going to go and have a chat to Robert before we come home. I'm not sure, we'll just see what time he's like coming over and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll talk. So yeah, we have 23 bales, not 22. I'm pretty sure we counted 23 last night, or 22 last night. I could count them again, but I won't. It doesn't really matter. We'll count them when we're bringing them into the shed. We have the 2 bale lifters for the wrap bales. Billy's just going to go and take this bale off. And yeah, nice little bales here. As you can see, the grass grew back very, very quick. There's a little bit of grass buds coming up here, and you can see some of the stuff that I missed. It wasn't actually as bad, doesn't look as bad now, the stuff that I missed, but there, as you can see, there is quite a lot. And we're definitely going to look into a new baler in the future, and a new mower, because the mower is very, very small and it took a long, long time. Oh, right. So yeah, I'd say that'll do there anyway. It's close enough. It's close enough to the stack. Yeah, we'll head back up to the yard and we'll get going with the Fent. We'll head to Robert's and we'll see what time he's going to come over to do the wrapping at, hopefully very soon. So Billy's just starting up the Fent, and I'm going to get into the 135 and we'll go and say hello. Right, so Billy's just going to give the old Fent a bit of a clean because it got a bit mucky last night and we want to leave it nice and clean for him. We're going to have to give him 1,000. I think we're going to pay him now when we go over now. I'm going to give him the check. So yeah, the 135 is over in the yard there. It's over, have it out. And yeah, we're going to go. Right, so we're just heading out the gate here. It's a bumpy track. Oh god, I'm sort of keeping over into the grass a bit. I forgot how bumpy this track was. Wow, you break your back on this seal. Oh Jesus. So Billy's here in the Fent. We're gonna have to fill those fucking potholes, like, come on. They're just absolutely, they're ridiculous. They're just so annoying and they break your back. Oh, it's a terror, so it is. Anyway, we're heading to Robert's and we'll see you when we're there. So lads, we checked the forecast too, and yeah, we thought there was going to be rain today, but well, it turns out there isn't going to be rain today, and we're just after going and mowing a meadow and baling it well into night till like 12:30 and getting up at 5:30 thinking it was going to start to rain at 9, getting 5 hours sleep, only to find out that there's going to be absolutely no fucking rain, not even a fucking drop of rain today. Jesus, it really is a farmer's life for you. So lads, we're just pulling in here. We're at the lane. There's quite a few potholes here too. I'm going to head into Robert and Billy's going to head up with the old Fent there. I'll just park here. And yeah, I'll have to give Billy a ride home with the 135. He'll have to sit on the fender. Right, I'll head into Robert now and we'll chat to him. Well, Roberts, what's the crack?
Nothing much, yourself.
Oh, not much either apart from last night. Jesus, we were up all night, so we were, it was like 12:30 when we got to bed. It's terrible.
Why, I bet it was.
Yeah, we came back with your Fent now. It's up in the yard, just left it up there. Billy's up with it now. And yeah, you're coming over to do the wrapping now later, I assume?
Oh, I'm just getting ready now and be over. It'll be over pretty much when you leave. I'll be coming after you.
Oh, that's great, so it is. I have your cheque here, by the way, €1,000 as we agreed.
Oh, that'll do rightly. I don't really care, but sure, look. I didn't want you to pay me, but you are talking about paying me, and you insisted, so it's all right. I don't mind doing this for you. It's all just, helping hand, all that crack. So yeah.
You're a good lad, Robert. Anyway, we better get heading home now because, well, yeah, it's 6:15, I think, and we want to have our breakfast. We got up this morning thinking that it was going to be raining now today, and that there was going to be an absolute downfall rain today. And I went and looked at the weather forecast after last night, sitting up all night trying to get the mowing done and all that. And you know what it said? It said there was absolutely fuck all rain today, and that there's going to be absolutely nothing falling on the ground today. So that's just fucking typical, isn't it, Robert?
Oh, aye. Oh yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. You just have to deal with it.
Yeah, I get you, Robert. Anyway, we'll head home now. We'll go and get Billy. So, talk to you anyway.
Alright, good luck, that'll do rightly.
So, just waiting for Billy to come now. He left the fent up in the yard. And he's going to hop on somewhere here. And we're going to drive home. It's going to have great crack in this place, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Right, we'll head home. Robert's going to be coming shortly after us, so.
Oh, not too bad.
Right, so we're home. Robert's going to be here any minute now, and Billy's going to go in and make the breakfast, and Robert's going to go and wrap those bales. So, see you, Billy, and yeah. See ya. I'm going to go and wait for Robert. Here's Robert now, thundering in the gate. Now, well, Robert, how's it going now?
Oh, not too bad. Have the wrapper here for you.
How many bales is there? Oh, there's 23 bales here, so not that many.
Oh, aye, that's good. That's not so bad.
Is this the same TM that you used over at Sandy Bay, isn't it?
Why, it is. I got the whole side restyled there, but like, it's the same TM. It's a lovely tractor, so it is. Lovely little tractor. It does the job rightly.
That isn't a little tractor to us, so it isn't.
Oh, yes, you got that 135, don't you?
Aye, we do, yeah, it's a lovely little tractor.
Yeah, it's a lovely tractor. Yeah, you're going up in the world, here.
I don't think the 135 is going up in the world, but sure, look, it's a nice tractor though.
Oh, yes, it is. So yeah, over in Sandy Bay though, it was lovely, so it was. It was lovely, but I was a bit homesick, I had to come home. I didn't like staying over there for too long, so I decided it was best to just set up while I could, and I prefer it here, because this is me home, been here my whole life, It's nice. There was KFC over there, so it wasn't too bad, you had your breakfast there beside you every morning, but look, why, there's KFC just down the road there too, isn't there?
Why, there's a lot of KFCs about the place these days, Right, so you gonna get cracking with this now?
Why, you will. It won't take me too long, I wouldn't say. But
do you want a bit of breakfast after, do you?
Oh no, I got something at home already. I'll be all right. But yeah, thanks for the offer anyway.
It's wrapping the first bale there. Fascinating mechanism, so it is. Look at it go. I think this one is the one that tips it on its side though. So we're going to have to push them over before we gather them, because we can't gather them with the little bale fork like that, We'll see how it goes there. See, I'll show you now. Yeah, it like tilts it over, but sure we can push it over with our hands anyway or something. Or it might be alright, we'll see what happens, but like, yeah, it's a good thing it's coming in this side. I was worried that it'd be dumping it into the hedge there, but like, it's not too bad, that's perfect. Well, let him keep cracking on it then. Right, Robert's still wrapping there. There's probably like 8 to go or something like that. I've been just trying to push them over a little bit of help from the tractor. Giving him a little nudge, and I'm trying to help it over. And yeah, we're trying to line them up nicely. I'm a strong lad, so I'm not doing a bad job at it. Yeah, it doesn't take too much,
bit of muscle, that's about it. Sure. Bales aren't the heaviest things in the world, you know, they're little, give them a good old push, you can tip them over fairly handy. So yeah, we're going to crack out this, we're nearly done, it's 7:30, I'd say we'd be done probably before 8 o'clock. And then I can head in for my breakfast and Robert could head on home. He's having a great time in there, so he is. Right, so Robert's done here. He's going to fold up and get out of this little this place here, and he's going to drive up to the yard and head home now soon, but he might go and he might stay for a cup of tea, who knows what. Might stay for a cup of tea, why not? But after we have our tea and our breakfast and stuff, me and Billy are going to come out and we're going to start loading these bales into this spot over here. I'll actually go over and show you now what I'm talking about. Right, this is the space we're putting the bales in. We used to have a trailer sitting up here, but we'll put them leave them sitting along here, sure. And yeah, it's a good old spot. And Robert is probably going to be heading home soon, but he'll probably get out of the tractor now in a minute to talk to us. Right, that was a good job, Robert. You done a good job there. Got all the bales sorted. Oh, it didn't take too long. I thought it would take longer, to be honest, but like 23 bales isn't too bad, you know.
Yeah, there's not many bales when you really get into it, you know. But yeah, we're going to continue. We're going to go and gather those bales now after our breakfast. Do you want to come in for a cup of tea, Robert?
Oh, I know, I'm grand. I'm going to head home now. I have a few jobs to do about the place, you know. And I'll probably have my own tea in a couple of hours, so it'll be alright. I'll be grand. There's no need to worry about poor old Robert. I'll be grand.
Robert's going home now. Right, so I'll head inside and get me tea with Billy. Right lads, we've just finished our breakfast. We're going to go and not wrap these bales, but we're going to go and gather the wrap bales that Robert done for us. We used to put the bales in this shed over here, but I decided it's not a good idea because once we get more equipment we'll have to put stuff in there, and you know that shed's already pretty full as it is, so you know it's going to be... Is that my phone? Hello?
Sorry, wrong number.
Right, sorry for that interruption, lads. Anyway, what I was saying is that we're going to put the bales in here instead of in that other shed. So we're going to go and get the bale lifters, which is in that other shed. We have 2 new bale lifters that we got a couple of days ago. And yeah, we're going to be using them for gathering these bales. So we'll see us when we're ready. I can't wait to get into the 135 and start seeing it going up the field. Because I used the 3000 bringing bales up that field before. And it was a 2-wheel drive 3000, but like... Jesus, the front wheels were lifting on her, so I'm wondering how the 135 will handle it. It'll be great crack to see what happens. Right lads, we have the bale lifters. I have my bale lifter here. We're going to go and get these bales and we're going to see how it goes. I don't even know if the 135 will be fit for this. I'm sure it will be fit to lift bales, but like this field is just really steep. So yeah, we'll let Billy get the first bale so he's out of the way, just in case my 2 wheels go flying and land on the top of his cab. Right, so Billy has got his first bale. I'm about to go for mine now. Better make sure I'm straight. Billy's going to head up the field with his, I'd say now. And yeah, I hope that this won't go too badly wrong. It's going to be... I expect the 2 wheels to go flying eventually though. No, it's not too bad actually at the moment. She feels a bit light in the front. Not too bad. I actually think she's handled it fairly well. Surprised by that. I thought the 2 wheels would go flying up in the air. They are lifting a tiny bit, but it doesn't seem too bad. Oh, lifted there coming in the gap, but oh, she just nearly hit the side there. Right, so we're gonna leave them up against this fence here. I'll start it off. I'll just stick it here. Oh, I'll straighten up a little bit. Lovely. So I'll head down for my second bale while Billy's putting his there. They handled it fairly well though. I thought my wheels would go flying, because I think the 3000 was worse than that. Mighty 135 though. It's a lovely tractor. Right, so Billy was just having some issues there with the Ford. The hitch on the Ford is higher than the hitch on the 135 with this bale lifter. He was having issues when we were doing the other bales too with the bale spike. So Billy's going to have to put the bale fork away because it's too low, or it's too high actually, the bale spike on it. See, so I'm going to have to go and do these bales on my own. Might have to get another tiny little tractor to have both of us going with the bales, but sure, look, I'll continue on my own and I'll try and get it sorted. Try and get the whole, try and get the field cleared and them all stacked up in here, because 135 is fine with this. I'm just putting this bale in here. So I'm going to have to do this on my own now. We'll see what Billy is going to do in the meantime. Oh, give this another little nudge in just to help it. Right, there's a bit of space between the two, but sure, look, it's fine. It'll give us more room to take them out anyway. So I'm going to head back down. It won't take long with the 135 because it's a nifty little tractor. It's able to get in and out fairly quick, especially now that we know the wheels aren't going to lift too high. Might put it in a higher gear and start revving up the wheels and stuff, you know. Get this bale out. It's definitely heavy on the back. It's manageable. Billy might just have to watch us now. Or, I don't know. Yeah, no, it's heavy because it's not able to lift it very quick, but the wheels are staying put on the ground. So, yeah, they're lifting a slight bit every now and again, but not as much as I thought they would. It's just struggling to go up the hill more than anything. Looks like Billy's looking at the Ford, trying to see if there's anything he can do. Probably not though, I doubt there's anything he can do. So, yeah, I'd say these jobs will just have to be done with the Massey, because Ford's a big enough tractor, you see. So, yeah, it's probably not designed for these bale lifters and stuff. But anyway, we'll crack on with this and get the field clean. Right, so I just let Billy take the 135 for a while. Since he can't do anything with his Ford, I'm going to let him gather a few bales in the 135. Look at that. He done a little spin across. That was lovely. Yeah, so he's going to gather some of the bales of the 135, and yeah, I will watch him and take the tractor back then eventually. But I'm going to let him gather a few bales, you know, just so he doesn't get too bored. As you can see, we have 7 bales here already, and yeah, we have a lot of tyre marks back here from when we were spinning around and stuff. So yeah, it's a good spot for the bales. I think we should have been putting them here before, but to be fair, we were doing hay bales before this, and you can't really put hay bales outside because, you know, they'd rot away and stuff. There's a big gap between a lot of these bales. I suppose that makes it easier for us, and we have a lot of space, and there's not an awful lot of bales, so it'll be alright. It'll do now anyway, and we'll go and see Billy with the 135 now. Might have to give this one a little push. Right. It's not perfectly straight, but it'll do. So lads, I'm just about to pick up a bale here, and I'm back. I'm going to finish these bales now, and yeah, I'll drive up the field with this one. Billy's watching again. He must have gathered a good 10 bales anyway. There's 7 left. This is the 8th one I have in the back here, and there's 7 left over there. So yeah. It's a long enough job with one tractor. If we had the 2 tractors it would have been handy, but look, 135 is handling it fairly well, so she is. It's a nice day. So lads, I'm just heading down for the last bale now. See this one lonely bale down here. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock, so I've been doing this whole wrapping job since, what time, like 6, half 6, I think. Well, it took a long time. It's a good job there was no rain, because in this Massey we would have got hard wet. The bales wouldn't have, because they had the wrap on them by the time it was meant to start raining. But yeah, we would have got fairly wet. It's actually a very nice day. I didn't expect this at all. But yeah, it's been fun, the Massey, gathering these bales. I honestly thought that it would be a lot harder and that the wheels would lift a bit more, but they didn't. They're kind of light in the front, but they don't lift very often. Lift a little bit in certain places, but not very often. So this is the last bale. We'll go in that spot there. Straighten up a bit. Do there. Right. So I'll just park up the tractor now. And park it here. So, I'll talk to you in a minute when we figure out what's going on next. So lads, it's 20 past 11 and we're going to go to bed now because we're very tired after last night. We're absolutely wrecked after last night and this morning. we're going to top up the cows' water because that's all they need at the moment. They don't need bales because they have enough grass on the field. So there's enough grass in the field, so they don't need the bales. And we need to wait for these silage bales to actually ferment a bit more before we can actually give them to them. Probably start giving it to them in the autumn time, little bit every now and again. But yeah, so that's it from us anyway here at the cattle farm. Go back and watch all the other episodes and we'll see you soon.
Good luck, lads.